Picture this moment. You're cozy in the kitchen, preparing a simple sandwich, and you unwrap that familiar slice of cheese. It's a routine so small it's practically automatic. But imagine if something as ordinary as a cheese slice could carry a hidden danger or a hidden blessing, especially for those of us over 60. Surprised? You're not alone. Today, I'll reveal the 4 cheeses every senior should keep in their fridge for better vitality and health, and 4 others you might want to remove immediately. By the end of this conversation, you'll know exactly which cheeses can quietly bolster your heart, bones, and mind, and which ones sneakily work against your aging body. Trust me, you'll never see cheese the same way again. Let me share a little memory to set the stage. My old neighbor, Harold, always had a knack for turning out the best grilled cheese sandwiches, golden brown, oozing with melted goodness. But one day, he felt his heart flutter in a way that scared him. His doctor mentioned that certain cheeses could be fueling his blood pressure issues. That discovery changed Harold's grocery list forever. If you've experienced any sudden shifts in your health, maybe a spike in blood pressure, an unexpected ache, or trouble managing your weight, cheese could be playing a part. Ready to learn more? Before we dive in, let me gently remind you, I'm sharing general tips here based on extensive reading, research, and experience. Always check with your healthcare provider to see what's right for your personal situation. We want you safe, informed, and thriving. Now, let's jump right into it. Here are 4 cheeses you must eat if you're over 60, because they can help stabilize blood pressure, support healthy bones, and even boost immune function. And don't worry, we're also going to expose 4 cheeses you may want to avoid like the plague. Stay with me, because this knowledge can be a real game changer. Picture your favorite meal. Maybe it's a comforting pasta dish or a quick midday sandwich. Now imagine sprinkling a luscious, healthy cheese on top, something that tastes delicious and brings actual health benefits. Let's start with the first must-eat cheese. The first must-eat cheese, mozzarella. My friend Mabel, 71, was determined to keep her arthritic hands busy in the kitchen. She found her joints hurting less when she swapped out some heavy cheeses for fresh mozzarella. It's often lower in sodium compared to processed versions, and in many cases, it's easier on the tummy. Did you know that buffalo mozzarella has even higher levels of antioxidants than the standard version from cow's milk? Amazing what a little water buffalo can do, right? Are your joints or muscles feeling stiff these days? Could a small change, like switching from overly processed cheeses to fresh mozzarella, offer relief? Little kitchen tweaks can mean big results over time. Mozzarella is often lower in saturated fats than many other cheeses, and it's typically less salty. If you're dealing with high blood pressure or heart concerns, that's golden news. It also packs beneficial bioactive peptides, substances that can help regulate blood pressure. Next time you whip up a caprese salad, tomatoes, basil, drizzle of olive oil, know you're nourishing your heart as well as your taste buds. If you find this advice valuable, consider subscribing to our channel. We're all about sharing practical, uplifting guidance. Your presence here means a lot to us, and we'd love to keep supporting you every step of the way. The second must-eat cheese, feta. I remember a dear friend, Rose, who'd add feta to practically everything: scrambled eggs, salads, homemade pizzas. She never realized how beneficial feta could be for her digestion and muscle health. Feta is typically made from sheep's milk or a combo of sheep and goat milk, which means it's lower in lactose, making it gentler on sensitive stomachs. It also contains probiotics, the good bacteria that keep your gut healthy. Quick joke. Feta is so tangy, it once tried to join a barbershop quartet. Cheesy pun, I know, but hey, we might as well indulge in a little humor. Can you think of a dish that might taste better with a sprinkle of feta? Maybe a roasted vegetable medley or a spinach salad? You only need a modest sprinkle to get that salty, sour pop. And that's the beauty of feta. Portion control is easy. It's also typically lower in total fat compared to gooey, creamy cheeses, which can help manage calories. Plus, feta can support bone density in seniors. Surprising, right? The third must-eat cheese, Swiss. Let me introduce you to Henry, an 80-year-old gent with a sly smile who loves Swiss cheese. He once joked, "Swiss cheese is perfect for me because I'm missing a few pieces myself." Dad humor aside, Henry noticed a real change in his blood pressure readings after switching to Swiss instead of saltier cheeses. Swiss is often lower in sodium and can help keep that ticker in check. Did you know that the holes in Swiss cheese come from gas-releasing bacteria that also make it easier to digest? So yes, the same holes that amuse us can actually be beneficial for older stomachs. Have you felt any difference when you eat a certain type of cheese, maybe less bloating or fewer headaches? We're all a bit different, and sometimes it's about finding the cheese that works best for you. Swiss is also a great source of protein, around 8 grams per ounce, and it contains vitamin K2, which helps channel calcium into your bones rather than your arteries. That's crucial for anyone concerned about heart health and bone density. The fourth must-eat cheese, goat cheese. Some folks think goat cheese is too fancy, but let me share a story. My cousin Roy used to say it was too gourmet for him until he tried a small crumble on top of his morning omelet. By the end of the week, he felt less sluggish and no weird acid reflux. Goat cheese's lower lactose and unique fatty acid profile made it a breeze for his digestion. Fun fact, Cleopatra was said to bathe in goat's milk for beauty. If it was good enough for Cleopatra's radiant skin, maybe there's something special there for us too. If you've ever turned your nose up at goat cheese, can you see yourself giving it another try? Spread on whole grain crackers or tossed in a salad with dried cranberries and walnuts? Sometimes all it takes is the right pairing. That covers the 4 cheeses that can nurture your health. But not every cheese is your friend. Some can quietly sabotage your heart, arteries, or even your brain as you get older. Let's talk about the 4 to avoid. The first cheese to avoid, American cheese. Rose's husband, Jerry, always loved classic American cheese slices. But after multiple stints, he realized American cheese is heavily processed, more of a cheese product than actual cheese. It's packed with emulsifiers, artificial coloring, and piles of sodium. Did you know that a single slice of American cheese can contain about 15% of your daily sodium allowance? That's quite a chunk for one slice, especially if you're dealing with hypertension. Think about how often we might layer on multiple slices. For seniors, this can quickly elevate blood pressure or add stress to the kidneys. Emulsifiers can also mess with gut flora, and artificial phosphates can hinder calcium absorption. If you've got American cheese in your fridge, maybe it's time to let it go. The second cheese to avoid, blue cheese. Blue cheese often appears in gourmet salads or on fancy cheese boards, but that distinctive marbled mold is actually a species that produces tyramine. Younger bodies usually break it down. In older adults, tyramine can linger, potentially causing blood pressure spikes, migraines, or even heart arrhythmias. Some forms of blue cheese can have around 400 milligrams of sodium per ounce, extremely salty. If you have kidney issues or high blood pressure, that can be a real problem. Listeria risk is also higher in moldy or soft cheeses if they're not stored properly. For seniors with compromised immune systems, that's a concern worth noting. The third cheese to avoid, cream cheese. Cream cheese seems so innocent, soft, spreadable, comforting, but it's calorie-dense, high in saturated fat, and low in nutrients. That can accelerate weight gain, especially around the waist, and potentially clog arteries over time. It's also more prone to bacterial contamination like listeria, which can be dangerous for older adults. If you're already struggling to manage your cholesterol or weight, cream cheese might not be your ally. The fourth cheese to avoid, processed cheese spreads. Sold in tubs, jars, or small foil-wrapped wedges, these spreads are full of chemicals, stabilizers, and huge amounts of sodium. Some even contain hydrogenated oils that raise bad cholesterol. Gus, a friend of mine, used to rely on them for quick snacks. But after his second heart scare, he took a closer look. The label revealed artificial additives, trans fats, and phosphate preservatives, all toxic for a senior's heart and kidneys. If you see this in your fridge, it might be time to toss it. We've covered everything from the 4 best cheeses to the 4 worst. How are you feeling? Surprised? Relieved? Maybe a bit shocked at how certain cheeses can be ticking time bombs. Have you ever felt guilty indulging in your favorite cheesy treat, worried about harming your heart or waistline? Now you can make better choices without giving up cheese entirely. If these insights have struck a chord, consider tapping that subscribe button. We share caring, realistic guidance just for seniors who want to thrive. Knowing which cheeses support you and which ones sabotage you is a big step. Of course, no single cheese can make or break your health. A balanced diet, regular movement, and routine checkups are all crucial. But these choices add up. Picture your next grocery trip. You pause in the dairy aisle, scan the options, and recall what you've learned. Maybe this time you pick up some fresh mozzarella instead of a processed cheese spread. Sometimes the smallest details, like what we put on our crackers, can be pivotal for our future. Whether you're dancing in your living room or making lunch, you deserve to feel good about what you eat. Remember Harold, who realized his grilled cheese might be contributing to his blood pressure issues? He switched from American cheese to a moderate portion of mozzarella or Swiss on whole grain bread, and it helped move him closer to a healthier heart. Small steps can add up to a brighter tomorrow. Which cheese are you most excited to try, or which one do you suspect you need to leave behind? We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments. And if today's video helped, let us know by clicking like or subscribing. Thank you for spending time with me. May your meals be flavorful, your days fulfilling, and your heart strong. Keep enjoying life's flavors while making choices that support a healthier, happier you.